The water devoured everything, leaving in its wake the greatest nightmare humanity has ever recorded. July 19, 1931. After 3 agonizing years of brutal drought, the skies over China finally darkened, but they didn't bring relief, they brought death. An unforgiving winter had frozen the mountains, accumulating tons of lethal ice. With the arrival of spring, the thaw was massive. The waters came roaring down like an unleashed beast. And then, the climate went completely mad. Instead of the normal tidal cycle, an uninterrupted deluge battered the region. In July alone, 9 cyclones devastated the territory. The average was 2. Over 600 millimeters of rain fell mercilessly upon a land that simply could not absorb anymore. The Yangtze and Yellow Rivers, the very veins of China, burst their banks. Entire towns were wiped off the map in a matter of minutes. By the time August arrived, an area the size of Great Britain was entirely underwater, but the tragedy didn't end with the floodwaters. Starvation set in. Cholera followed. Official estimates spoke of 200,000 dead, a fabricated number meant to hide the truth. The grim reality is that up to 5 million souls perished beneath the mud. It was, without a doubt, the deadliest natural disaster of the 20th century. The Kuomintang government, growing desperate, tried to hold back the tide by establishing emergency commissions. But a nation fractured by civil war and Japanese invasion could not wage war against nature. They barely managed to build small levees, which the raging rivers quickly devoured. The collective trauma was so profound that decades later, in 1953, Mao Zedong made a radical decision. The water dragon had to be tamed, whatever the cost. He proposed the Three Gorges Dam, a colossal undertaking, deliberately designed to surpass the glory of the Great Wall. But the experts knew that the consequences could be catastrophic. The Minister of Geology himself threatened to commit suicide if the dam was built. Those who dared to express doubts were hunted down and purged as traitors. Ironically, the project temporarily collapsed due to a lack of funds and the horrors of the Great Leap Forward. Yet, the obsession didn't die. In the 1980s, the machinery was set back into motion. The monumental structure was finally completed in 2012, forever altering the Chinese landscape. A concrete tomb born from the mud and the blood spilled in 1931. Up to 5 million souls were swept away by a river that showed no mercy. What are your thoughts on this? Let us know in the comments below. If history moves you as deeply as it moves us, subscribe to The Day Changed Everything so you never miss a single event that transformed the world.